Hello, mathematicians. Here is the video for Home Connections 27 and 28. Up at the top, Ms. Jacobs was planning a party. Woohoo! She drew a sketch of how she wanted to set up the chairs and tables. Which equation best represents the number of chairs she sketched? Okay, just want to make sure that we're thinking about chairs. So when you look at the picture, it looks like we have our square tables, and each of these lines is a chair. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tables, and there are 4 chairs each. 6 times 4. There we go. Okay, moving on. There were 24 people at Ms. Jacobs' party. Well, that's good because there were 24 chairs. That's good. Each person ate 3 pieces of pizza. Which expression? An expression very similar to an equation. It just has no equal sign, and you can see that none of these have equal signs. So instead of calling them equations, we would call them expressions. Okay, each person, the 24 people, they ate 3 pieces. Which expression shows how many pieces of pizza they ate in all? So we've got 24 people, and they each ate 3 pieces of pizza. 24 times 3. All right, number 3. Ms. Jacobs has 5 red balloons. She noticed she has 3 times as many yellow balloons as red. Which description shows how many yellow balloons there were? So she had 5 red, but she had 3 times as many yellow. All right, well, we don't want to do sum because sum means addition. We don't want to do difference because difference means subtraction. And this weird Q word, do you know, quotient, that's like one of the last things mathematicians typically learn in 4th grade is some division stuff. We want product. Product means to multiply. 5 times 3. Number 4, Ms. Jacobs made 5 gallons of fruit punch. This table shows how many cups there are in a different number of gallons. So 1 gallon is 16 cups. So 1 times 16 is 16. 2 times 16 is 32. 3 times 16 is 48. What's one way to figure out how many cups of punch she made? Well, if she made 5 gallons, can you imagine another row here? And if we wrote 5 gallons, wouldn't we have to do the same thing? 5 times 16, right? And notice that they're not even asking us what the answer is. They're just asking us how would we figure it out? And we would do 5 times 16. All right, let's take a look at page 28. Draw a line to match each problem situation, each word problem, to the equation that best shows how to solve it. Then complete each equation. You can use the base 10 grid paper on the next page if you like. That was just some empty space. Okay, I see an A, B, C, and a D, and we need to match it with the 4 things over here, yeah? All right, can I see all of it? There we go. It says there are 4 packages, I'm looking at letter A. There are 4 packages of balloons. Each package has 28 balloons. How many balloons are there in all? 4 packages, and they each have 28. So we would do 28 plus 28 plus 28 plus 28, right? 28 times 4. I'm going to add 2. Well, let's find the equation first. Let's see. That would match 28 times 4. So draw a line, and then let's figure out the answer. I'm going to add just 2 of them. But if I want to do 4 of them, I would need to do that again. For a final answer of 112. All right, letter B. Ms. Jacobs has 28 napkins. She put all but 4 on the table. So she had 28, but she didn't put 4 on. So that means she only put 24 on. 28 minus 4 is 24. Okay, next one. Jason blew up 28 balloons. He tied together groups of 4. How many groups of balloons did he make? So 28 divided into groups of 4. And 28 divided by 4, I know is 7 because I know my multiplication, and I know that 7 times 4 is 28. And that would make the last one, it should be an addition problem. Let's look. After Jason blew up 28, he found 4 more. How many did he do in all? 28 plus 4 is 32. Okay, let's look down below. Write a problem situation for each equation and then solve it. Use the base 10 grid paper on the next page if you like. Okay, 16 times 8. You could say there are, I'm going to say 8 friends. 8 friends. They each ate 16 cookies. That's a lot of cookies. How many cookies did they eat in all? Too many might be the answer. All right, how many cookies did they eat in all? All right, so let's figure out the answer. 16 times 8. There's kind of like a double thing that you could do. But 16 times 8, that means we need to do 16 8 times. I'm going to do 16 2 times. Okay. And then I'm going to do it again. So 32, that's 2 of them. Another 32 would be another 2 of them. Okay. Another 32 would be another 2 of them. And I need to do it 8 times. Okay. Another 32 would be another 2. And if you notice, 2, 4, 6, 8. There's lots of ways to do this. And at the end of in the springtime, we'll learn how to do traditional multiplication. All right, final answer, 128. And I think what they mean by solution is you should write your answer and you should have a label. So I'm going to write 128 cookies. And of course, your problem could be totally different than mine. It doesn't have to be about cookies. All right, the next one, 16 divided by 8. Let's see. There were 16 pieces of candy and 8 kids. If they split them evenly, if they split the candy evenly, how many pieces did each kid get? And yours can be a totally different story than mine as long as it's division. 16 divided by 8 would be 2. Each kid gets 2 because 2 times 8 is 16. So my answer is going to be 2, as should yours, but you might have labeled it differently if your story was different. Okay, let's take a look back at the answers to page 27. Here they are. And the answers to page 28. Okay, kids, I'll see you in class.